marketers, look, we are about to check the chart and see what the market is offering us today. So, to start off, let's talk about gold or XAU USD. So, currently on gold, what we can see is that we are expecting this immediate target at the moment, which has caused price to move to the upside. From there, we've seen this sell off, which is very interesting at the moment. You can see that we've taken out these highs. We are respecting this. So what we would like to see is an inducement of what buyers, and we follow it with what the trap of buyers. So what I'm saying is we want to see what some buyers get induced, then we see what the trap of the buyers at the moment to our target. Uh, At the moment, I don't know what we should expect, whether it should be aggressive or we should be conservative with this. But currently, with this highs taken, we could see it what sell back to the lows. But you don't know. I don't know at this case. So I'll be very patient with gold. Um, Euro USD, to start off with the weekly, what we can see is that we've taken out what this we've taken out this low, or let me say target that we have been waiting for it to take out. We are currently approaching another low to the left, which is this low, and we have a zone below. So my belief for Euro USD is after this low gets taken, we would see some buy up from this zone at to our left. So the whole plan for Euro USD is this, but that's on a higher time frame perspective. For today, what I believe is that we would approach this low, or let me say our target. So we should look for shorts to this low, a very scalpy trade. I think with this, you have to be what actively watching price action so that when the chance appears, you will be ready to take it. I can't say for a fact that, oh, you have to wait for this and this. It is very bearish, and it's just a few pips away, so anything can happen. On GBP starting off with the weekly time frame, we can see that sorry, on GBP starting off with the weekly time frame, what we can see is that we are expecting the liquidity to the left. We've seen this sell-off, which is mitigating a zone also to the left, and we've seen the buyer trapping the sellers, and we are also seeing the continuation. Currently on GBP what we can see is that we are edging at the lows. So these lows have not been taken out, and the demand zone to the left, which is mitigated, has also not been taken out. So we would like to see price approach those places. Currently, what we have on GBP is a move that has still taken out some highs, or let me say some sellers, causing us to induce buyers. So I believe we could see some short move happen on GBP like very early. As you can see, with this move to the upside, which we've induced sellers, we've taken out these lows, and we have mitigated the zones to our left, and we can see that we've seen this move to the upside followed by the sell-off. And what has it done? It has built liquidity at these lows, you understand? So we are building liquidity at these lows. We've taken out this high and it's selling back to the lows. But I believe that GBUSD can also come for this high, cause a break of structure, and maybe from there we will see the short move. But currently we just have to be patient and monitor price as we can get a short move back to the lows or to our targets on GBUSD. On ADUSD, starting off with the weekly time frame, we can see that we are fast approaching our target, which is this low, and we are currently in a zone at the moment, and we are selling off very aggressively. We can see that we are edging right underneath that lows. What we can see happening on AUD/USD is that what we can see happening on AUD/USD is that we are in this zone. We've seen what this buy to the upside, followed by what a sell-off, causing this break of structure. So what we like to see is what a mitigation possibly and a short move back to the lows. So we have to just watch out for two things right now, and one is what an inducement of buyers. So we need to see price what induce buyers. So once buyers are induced, we look for the entry back to the lows. So those are the two things, and we have to also be careful because price can still move to the upside. And on USD card at the moment, I'm not interested because we are very, very, very bullish and it's not revealing any good trades for me. USD card, I'm more interested on the higher time frame perspective and less interested on scaling down to the lower time frame to look for possible trades with unimaginable targets. Uh, it's currently really, really risky and I don't want to get involved because the zones are far to the left, you understand? So let's say you want to take a trade on a lower time frame, let's say a 15 minutes. If you have to take this trade, you have to take it without regarding all the zones to the left because they are far apart. Because see, very, very, very far apart. So it makes trading much difficult. You could be looking for longs, you could be getting some longs, but I just left it a demand zone that's going to what cause it to sell off and take you out, which you might not know. So I'm off USD card, and on USD JPY, I'm currently in a trade and everything is going according to plan. But let's start with the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, what we can see is that we have mitigated this higher time frame zone. We have taken out this point of liquidity, but we are left with what the extreme point, which is our target, and we also have what this second target, which is 20 pip above the target. Why am I having this target? Because I believe at all-time highs we can get a pumping price action that's going to add to our risk to reward. So adding it 20 pips to my target. So currently what we can see on USD JPY is that we have taken out this higher time frame target at this point and we saw what the sell-off. So what the sell-off did is what it induced sellers and we could see that by price was buying back to the upside and trapping them. We've mitigated this zone, we've trapped some buyers at this point, and I'm looking forward to that continuation to the highs. Yesterday, I took the trade at this point with this demand zone, and I'm waiting for it to what take out this target and what look and move back to the highs. Currently, what we can wait for GPU is this another sell-off trapping buyers, then we join the continuation. So that's it for the daily market outlook. Have a good day.